Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we actually have a little feature I like to call 2 for review. Totally separate products, but I thought I would put them together in one video. First, we're going to talk about Saturn's Return, a new cool toned palette from Cosmetics. And then I have a few products that Flyte 70 sent over, and they are absolutely worth looking at. So I'm really happy to have you guys here. Don't forget that you can also join me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. But we have a lot to do here today. On this channel, we have a little something called the Cool Tone Revolution Army. Just something that makes me smile. Completely free to join. All you have to do in the comment section is say you're a member, and you can even give yourself a rank if you want. You can make up a rank. I mean, we have 12-star generals. Why not? The Cool Tone Revolution Army really is just kind of a fun thing we have on this channel, made up of so many viewers to this channel who cannot wait for all of the warm palettes to die out. All of the so-called neutral palettes that are actually very warm leaning. They are a fan of the cool tones. So this video is for them. Now, I am a safe haven to the Cool Tone Revolution Army, but I don't always look great in cool tones. But I actually am excited about this one. This is a palette called Saturn's Return. It's a new 6-pan palette from Cosmetics. It is $42 and it is their sixth pan eyeshadow palette. If you didn't know, they are an independent brand and I always love to support them. People rave and rave about the creamy, beautiful texture of their eyeshadow, so we are going to try it out today. And they also sent over some volumizing, lengthening mascara called Pick Me Up, so we're going to try that in just a moment. Did you guys know that the term Cosmetics, what it's named for, is actually M-E-M, is actually an affectionate name in Vietnamese for a little sister. I love that. So I thought I would tell you guys if you didn't know. That's pretty cool. I have to tell my older daughter that so she can refer to my younger daughter that way. Very nice. Okay, so this is, let me just show you it first. We're going to try it on in a minute. But this is about Saturn, the hues and symbolism of the planet and its transformative qualities. Here it is in pan. These are the way the Cosmetics 6-pan palettes are arranged with taupe and brown, soft gray, bronze, and lilac. This feels like a very kind of metallic palette, although not all the shades are metal, but you know what I'm saying. It feels like very earthy hues, so I'm really excited to try it. It feels like a kind of a cool tone palette I could get behind. Some cool tone palettes don't do many favors, I'll be honest with you. I also want to look at these products from Flyte 70. Everything will be in the description bar below so that you can give it a sniff, give it a purchase. But also while you're down there in my description bar, don't forget to see the information on our $4.99 a month membership and this channel, a private membership through YouTube. We have once a week gossipy lives and we'd love to see you there. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these swatches before we look at the Flyte 70 products. We're going to do this in 2 separate lights. First of all, here is the Saturn's Return palette from Cosmetics, first in studio lighting. Take a look at it. Really pretty. Do you see what I mean? It just kind of looks like precious metals. That's a good way to say it, like platinums and coppers, and it's really pretty. But the best way to see this is in natural lighting in the warm California sunshine. Oh, who am I kidding? Look at it. It's a rainy day in California. You can see the wet ground. I did get some good natural lighting for you, but you will see the wet ground not far behind it there. Couldn't help it. So again, this is a $42 palette that I'm really looking forward to trying. I did also want to complement it with some products from Flyte 70. I have on, I'm so sorry, I've forgotten off camera, I put this on. This is the GlowBack Prep Serum Primer. It's a beautiful kind of glowing primer. I really like Flyte 70. Every time I try something from them, I'm really impressed. It has this really interesting tip here, and it is a primer. You got to squeeze it to get it out, but it is a primer that works on any skin tone, and it's just kind of really pretty. It has a little bit of grip to it, and as you see, this hand has it on, this hand does not. just a slight bit of glow, which is really nice, especially when you have a matte foundation and there's no scent to speak of, which I also like. They also sent over one of their lip lacquers. This is the shade Fast Car, and I thought we would put that on first. Yes, just like the Tracy Chapman song. Super easy to apply. And a nice hint of color that doesn't sink into lip lines. The Flyte 70 lip products are my favorite products from the brand. Just really, really nice. And this just arrived the other day, so I thought we would put it on to complement the M Cosmetics palette. And the last thing they sent over was this is a really interesting one. This is the GlowBack Lucent Light. This is in the shade Just Like Heaven. And it is a highlighter, but let me just tell you a little bit about this highlighter. We're going to put it on the face. A little bit about this highlighter. It's got a really interesting kind of creamy texture. This is a highlighter that is meant, literally meant, to go on textured, uneven, or large pore skin, which is really quite cool, isn't it? Meaning that it's going to sit nicely over any skin with texture. It's thundering outside. I don't know if anyone can hear it. That's something new for California. So I'm just putting it on actually with my fingers. It has a certain thickness to it and a texture that I am really interested in. So it's not, oh wow, look at that. There's not a lot of glitter or sparkle, but when I do have some pores on my cheeks, but when I put it on, I'm not seeing any sort of pores. That would be really pretty on the eyes too. Wow. So they're doing some really innovative things over there at Flyte 70. So let me just tell you my two things that I'm most impressed by. This lip lacquer can still get you a nice amount of color without having to futz around with, you know, lipstick brushes and things or sink into lines. Really comfy too, feels like a ball. And what an innovative product. I'm glad we looked at it together. This highlighter is. Just goes right on. Doesn't show any texture. Not simple to do. Okay, now let's devote the rest of this to Saturn's Return from M Cosmetics, and let's do a really nice cool tone look. I also thought this lipstick kind of went a little cool toned. While I'm getting ready here with some Rephr brushes that we are going to use today, let me ask you to please give it a double check and see if you are subscribed to this channel. I need all of your help to continue to let this channel raise up and get to more and more people out there. So if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's try this on here. I do have an event that I'm going to tonight. So instead of doing 2 eye looks, we're just going to do one. I think I'm going to change my outfit that I'm wearing, but I don't want to change my makeup. So you're going to do it with me. I'm going to take this shade right here and just put it all over the eye, on both eyes. And I am using, if you're playing along at home, I said I was going to use just Rephr, but right now this is a Lisa Eldridge brush that snuck in there. But this is the Lisa Eldridge blending brush, and I do really like it actually. Okay, sticking with it, I'm going to go into this shade right here on the side. So I have to ask you guys, so Tracy W out there in comments, I need to ask Tracy something. Tracy, I'm speaking to you. Tracy and I often discuss, she's a community member here, we often discuss our disdain of different sorts of shapes and patterns in palettes. What do you think of this one, Tracy? You got to weigh in. This one isn't bothering me, but a lot of people might have an issue with the fact that it's round. I kind of like it though. I think it works because there's no wasted space. I'm going to switch here to a Rephr number 2. Okay, same shade. Underneath the eye, very pretty. These are really buttery soft. Gosh, what is it that our independent brands are doing so right? So much fun to use these. I'm going to take the same Rephr number 2, and I'm going into this darker brown shade, and I am just going to kind of hit the ends with it a little bit in the darkest shade and just kind of up a little bit, just to give a little bit more lift to my tired eyes. So I do have an event to go to tonight. Okay, really pretty so far. A pleasurable experience to use these shades. They're nice and creamy without coming on too heavily and without being powdery, which is really nice. I want to look at some of these beautiful kind of glittery shades. I'm going to use the other side of this number 2 brush here just to put a little bit into the inner corner of that lightest sparkly shade. Oh, that's nice. Just to kind of light up the eye a little bit. Because that's my issue sometimes with cooler tone palettes. They can feel a little heavier, weighed down. So let's try this shade right here across the entire rest of the lid. And that's nice too. You know what I like about this particular palette, and I don't have all of their other palettes, so those of you who are M Cosmetics fans can weigh in on this. These shades they really pack a nice punch. They're not too opaque, but they're also not too glittery. They're very sophisticated. Nice job, M Cosmetics. And like I said, I need you guys to weigh in on the shape of the pans. I am kind of liking it because it does feel, though they do all of their other 6 pans like this, it does have that kind of round orbital kind of Saturn appeal to it. I'm going to take a completely clean Rephr number 16 and just make sure there's no lines or anything there. I kind of want to use this last shade here, this one. We didn't go into this one, so let's see what we can do with it. And just try it on just a little bit there. I get it, I overkill now, but I just want to try it. Yeah, I really feel it's very kind of precious metal-y. And let's use a little bit more. I have some on, but let's use a little bit more since they sent it over. I did purchase the M Cosmetics, by the way, and they sent this over with my order. The Flyte 70 was gifted, but I did purchase the M Cosmetics. And this has been a really nice mascara. I've been working with it the last few days, and it is quite nice, actually. Okay, so let me get a little bit more of that on. I have so many open mascaras, you guys, and there's so many good ones. It used to be so hard to get a really nice mascara. Used to be kind of rare, and now there's a lot of them. But I have to tell you, I am super impressed. These are 2 independent brands doing their own thing and kind of just like making their own paths. This M Cosmetics formula is extraordinarily pleasant, really fun to use, and really beautiful. I usually do shy away from really cool tone looks because they can make me look a bit lifeless, but this is beautiful. Really sophisticated and pretty, and really strikes that balance between glittery and sparkly without being glittery or sparkly, if you know what I mean. Really nice mascara to try it if you're on their website. I did. And Flyte 70 continues to impress me. If you suffer from texture on your face, please try this. It comes in 2 shades, I believe. This is the Just Like Heaven. This is $36, and it honestly might become your favorite product because it's not going to highlight texture or large pores, and it's still going to highlight on the face, which is not an easy balance to strike. Usually highlighter will always emphasize texture, and this one truly is living up to its promise that it doesn't. Plus, honestly, this is slept on way too much. Their lip lacquer over at Flyte 70 is tremendously good. So it's nice to get another shade of it. Super fun stuff. All right, let me know in comments. I need to hear from my M Cosmetics fans because I don't have all of these. So, pour out the love to M Cosmetics and tell me what you think of them. Have you tried Flyte 70 yet? Because you really should. These up-and-coming independent brands are so much fun to support. But let me know all of your thoughts in comments. That's what makes us a community. Don't forget to like and share and, of course, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.